assault and batteries, but my trunk stay ever ready. Assault and battery, if you scared, you never ready.
Alright, this channel's foundation has always been about WrestleMania, and with WrestleMania 43 now in the picture, there's a lot of questions in the air. There's a lot of people talking, there's a lot of rumors going around if it's going to actually take place in Saudi Arabia. But if you are new to this channel and you want to know WrestleMania updates, or you want to know past WrestleMania experiences that I've been on, I've been going to WrestleMania since 27, had a big run from 27 to 32, and then topped it off with 34. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like the video, comment, and share. Today's video is going to be a good old-fashioned video response to Stevie Breach. He's been on a roll lately, and he really sparked my interest with this last video he made talking about WrestleMania 43 and what's going to happen. And with the recent political things going on in the Middle East, there is a pretty good chance that WrestleMania is going to be canceled next year, because these things don't really settle themselves in like a year or two. It's kind of going to be an ongoing thing. And to me personally, I feel it is going to be a very big risk having a show to the capacity of WrestleMania, having people potentially flying overseas, international crowds. Just doesn't seem like it's a very feasible thing. It doesn't seem like it's a very safe thing for anyone to really do, especially now, if anything. And to be honest, as much as I want, selfish as it may be to the people of Saudi Arabia, I'm like, you guys had the Royal Rumble already. It's fine. They'll bring it back. Bring it back to North America. Personally, I don't think that WWE should have even gone to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. If you want to do their own shows like Crown Jewel or like a King of the Ring, give that to them. Even Royal Rumble, I feel like was a little bit of a stretch. It didn't have the same feel as like a Royal Rumble in Indianapolis the year before. Just something about having it in Saudi Arabia just doesn't, not even sit well with me. It just doesn't give the same feel, the same vibe that like a North America or even like a UK, Europe pay-per-view PLE would have. Now, Steve said something in this video that really, really tugged on my heartstrings, and he said that he can tell from my videos that I miss WrestleMania trips, I miss going on them, and I want to go on them again. And yes, I am very, very sure that one day, very soon, I want to say in the next couple of years, that everyone is going to get together. And this is me just putting it out into the universe. I'm very, very certain that one day, in the next few years, we all get together and we're all going to have that one, maybe final trip, just like going out with a bang. And it's going to be great. And he isn't wrong. I do miss WrestleMania trips. It's been over 10 years. It's about 10 years, actually. Yeah, we're coming up on 10 years of like me not going to WrestleMania. It was kind of the beginning of the end. I want to say WrestleMania 34 is when my decline of wrestling really started, and then COVID hit, and then it was kind of out of sight after that. But now, especially being so engulfed in wrestling and so into it now, I just like miss the experience. I miss hanging out with people. I miss the atmosphere is the biggest thing. And the closest I felt to the atmosphere was going to the World Series Game 6 this past October. It was actually on Halloween Day. Blue Jays versus the Dodgers. Just being in that environment, that whole city was there for Toronto. That whole city was there to see potentially their team win the World Series. Obviously it didn't happen, but just the vibe you could feel, and I could hear people. I was eavesdropping on people's conversations, and everyone was just saying how cool it was that everyone was there for the same reason. You could feel the excitement, you can feel the electricity in the air. And to me, I told her when we were sitting, we were having like a drink, I mentioned that this experience that you're feeling now was how I felt for that whole WrestleMania weekend. There is nothing in this world that gives you that feeling of going to the city that WrestleMania is in and just being surrounded by people that are there for the same reason as you. Everyone gets along, everyone's there for the same reason, and it's just like a feeling that words can't describe, and you have to be there to like really feel. And when people say feel the magic, I've said it in many videos, and I always catch myself when I say it, but that's like the best way I can really describe the feeling. It's just magical, walking into the building, just being in front of the building, just landing at the airport even. As soon as that plane touches the ground at the airport, you know that like you are there for an incredible time. You are there for a trip that is gonna live in your memories and in your whatever for years and years to come. Not being on trips for almost 10 years, it's it's getting to me, and I feel like I had chances to go, and life situations happen. But now I feel like kind of the stars are aligning to the point where I'm able to go comfortably and not have to like worry about other things in the way. But it's just a matter of it being in a city where it's I'm not going to be in the middle of a war zone, basically, just to be quite honest with you. And whether that be somewhere in New Orleans, whether that be in Minneapolis, whether it be, as Steve said, Boise, Idaho, like I'm going to be there anywhere in the United States. I know the Canada USA, they got their own beef going on, but I put all that aside. It's not like we're blowing each other up yet, but it's I was gonna say I need to go. I would just really like to go to WrestleMania, and I just feel like I owe it to myself, and I owe it to everyone who watched this channel for the last 15 to 17 years. I owe it to my friends that I've met through YouTube just to like hang out with them one more time. And we've had the wedding. The Click wedding was great, and it was the closest thing we had to a WrestleMania trip without actually going to WrestleMania. I think the cherry on top would be just one last time, everyone getting together, everyone having a good time, and yeah, again, it could be wherever in the States, whether they go to Europe, it might be a little bit of a riskier, a little trickier thing to get around, but Canada, USA, no problem. Consider me there. And to me, fingers crossed that WrestleMania 43 is unfortunately canceled in the Middle East, and they bring it back to North America where it should be. So let me know what you think, and if you have gone to WrestleMania, I've met so many of you during these trips, and that's the other thing. It's just like there's a small group of people that live in Toronto that I've met, the local guys, but then I know England, there's a whole bunch of people that watch, and then you got the USA, and just crazy. Just a crazy community that we have, and I feel like WrestleMania is that thing that brings everyone together. And that's what I want. That's what we need as like a community, a wrestling community, is a WrestleMania in the in the good old USA. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.